What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Diablo Immortal. I decided to change my cosmetic today to the Verdant Pageant cosmetic because I like this spirit aura that's kind of hanging out above me with those death wings. It felt very Halloween-like, so we swapped cosmetics. I typically swap every week, but you're not here about what cosmetic I'm wearing. I need to talk to you guys about a new event that's dropping, about free-to-play and how far you could actually progress as a free-to-play player, and dive into a bunch of your comments from yesterday's video. As far as in-game items go, there is absolutely nothing new for today that you haven't seen already in previous days. But make sure you navigate your way over to the old lady, the crone, where you can get your gift for the day as well. Hollowed stone is the reward. And did you just see I was completely immobilized there? Is that a trick? Gonna buy myself one of the legendary crests right here from the crone as well. My next goal will be to grab another one of these legendary crests. I went to Telluric Pearls first, legendary crests next, and I'll do some of the other items, including some of these limited time cosmetics. So let's dive into this event that we were discussing that I was mentioning earlier in the video. This is something that's going on over in China, and it's something that you can register for. It's the Diablo Immortal 2025 Sensing Crab Courtesy. It's a crab themed event, and it's going on November 8th, 2025, and it's going on over in China. It's a warm, festive autumn Diablo Immortal themed event that seems like it's pretty cool. Here is the QR. If you happen to be someone in China that wants to register, you scan the QR code. You have a deadline of October 31st before you can do that, and certain people will be selected to be a part of this. So you have some highlights of the event. It's going to be all themed out to Diablo Immortal, as you would expect from a Diablo Immortal event. It's going to have a bunch of activities and entertainment, such as mini games, interactive draws for prizes and things like that you can then use inside of the game. Diablo Immortal merchandise, themed rewards for participants, and photo opportunities and things like that. And this is a special treat. It's the Diablo Immortal themed crab feast to celebrate. They're legit going to be offering feasts and things like that so that people can eat the crab. And I mean, who doesn't like some crab, right? Basically, takeaway gifts. Attendees are going to get exclusive commemorative souvenirs, and it's basically just a Diablo Immortal event. Most of you, this is not going to pertain to because you're not over in China, but it is nice that we highlight that Diablo Immortal is doing events like this, and maybe we'll see some things like this coming over to America as well. Let me know, guys, if something like this did come to us over in North America or in other regions of the world outside of China. Would you attend? Now, I want to get into the first comment today, which is one that I actually love. It's from Gaming Legends 2897 and backed up by David26. He said, the Halloween skin reminds me of Siphi and Rhodos from Raid Shadow Legends. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a second YouTube channel called Echo Raid Shadow Legends. I've been playing the game now for just about 2 years, and I absolutely love it. It's probably my second most favorite game behind Diablo Immortal. There's actually a QR code right here that downloads the game for you for free. It gets you some free legendary champions and all that great stuff. Plus, it supports me. So if you've never played Raid, scan the QR code. Maybe I'll leave a link in the description to support me. But they're saying right here, more importantly, that it reminds them of Siphi and Rhodos. Now, let me show you who Siphi and Rhodos are. This is Rhodos right here next to me. And then on the other side, the female is Siphi. These are two champions in Raid Shadow Legends that you do not want to encounter, especially when they're paired together. They're actually insane. But it's funny, do you see a similarity between Siphi and Rhodos from Raid Shadow Legends and the Halloween cosmetics coming for Diablo Immortal, the new Phantom Market? I see resemblance, of course. If you take a look, obviously the coloring of their hair, their skin. Look at the female bride. Looks like she has some type of a headpiece of flowers, as does Siphi. Rhodos, the long hair here on the male as well. So maybe I'm wondering if some inspiration was taken from Diablo Immortal, from Siphi and Rhodos from Raid. Either way, I don't know, but I think it was pretty cool, and I think Gaming Legends was even cooler for bringing it up and noticing it. Now, another thing that I want to discuss is this comment that came over on Reddit saying, how far can you realistically go in the game without spending any money? And this is a question that a lot of free-to-play players ask on a regular basis, and people get scared away from Diablo Immortal because it has a pay-to-win mechanic. If you want to achieve certain levels of the game, you need to pay money. But don't mistake, guys. There's so much you can get from Diablo Immortal and enjoy as a completely free-to-play player, even if you're not a multi-account endgame grinder trying to do the most. If you're an average player, just an average Joe playing Diablo Immortal, you still have the ability to play and progress the game and really enjoy so many different elements of the game. I mean, when we think about a Diablo game, let's just think about Diablo games overall, in general, over time. None of them are PvP focused. All of them are a PvE, player versus environment type game. That's the experience that most people that come to Diablo games are looking for. They want to grind gear, they want to build up their character, and they want to make their character as strong as they can, make it cool looking and strong. You can do all of that in Diablo Immortal absolutely for free. The pay-to-win mechanic comes in when you try diving into PvP or trying to get to the top of those max leaderboards. I personally don't care about max leaderboards. PvP, I'll jump in from time to time because I think it's fun. And you also can still compete in PvP as a free-to-play player. It's just if you continuously compete and try to get to the top, that's where you're going to see a lot of the issue. You can still do PvP and be successful in Diablo Immortal as free-to-play and have a lot of fun with it. And then when you try pushing all the way to the top of the leaderboards, you'll say, okay, well, this isn't going to work because, well, here's the pay-to-win that everyone's been talking about. Don't be discouraged in Diablo Immortal because it's a pay-to-win game. There are still so many things you can do inside of the game, including Elder Rifts, challenge rifts. You could do dungeons and dungeon bosses, open world events. You could do Heliquary. Really, anything inside of the game, including events that regularly come to the game, you can do completely for free. That being said, I don't ever think it's a bad idea for any players to go pick up the Battle Pass, specifically the $5 Battle Pass. That's what just launched inside of the game yesterday. And the reason that I like it is mostly, well, you do get some progression rewards. 2, it's only $5 a month. And 3, you get a bound cosmetic with it. So if you really do like the game, you can get yourself some cosmetics for some of your favorite classes. Again, they are bound to that class. But for $5, even though this one I think is a bit chitsy looking, I just don't like it. What is even chitsy? What does chitsy mean? I don't know. I don't love this cosmetic. Doesn't mean that other players don't. But if you're enjoying a game, I don't ever think it's a bad idea to support it with a $5 a month investment, $60 a year. But if you're free to play, short answer, yes, you could play, you could progress pretty substantially. I'd say around the 2 res mark over a good amount of time, and you can have a lot of fun with the game. So don't shy away. Now I have a little quiz for all of you. Now this is a quiz that I did on one of my other channels, and it was answered over there. But as you can see in my background, right where I'm pointing, right here, there is a DVD. I was getting rid of all the DVDs in my house because who has DVDs anymore? Well, I have one left, and this is the one. My favorite comedy of all time. Let me know in the comment section below if you recognize what movie that is, even through the blur of my camera. What movie is in my background? Also, by the way, Diablo Immortal just put out a short yesterday, I believe, 12 hours ago as of right now, of the Druid class inside of Diablo Immortal. The video only has 1,400 views on it. Go on over if you want to see what they have to say, because I can't play it because I'll get a copyright strike for the music inside of the video. But it's actually a cool little video, and what this is an attempt for Blizzard to get more people, more eyes on the game that maybe are either thinking of coming back to Diablo Immortal or trying it out for the first time. It's just nice to see their attempts here as far as advertising goes to get more players inside of the game. They are not giving up on Diablo Immortal. And let's top out the video with a couple more questions answered or comments being discussed. This one from, wow, Joomder 1107. He says, what did he say? Hajime, I can't even read that name. I too sell my terror essence most of the time. For me, it's a reasonable sacrifice. We were talking about Terror Essence and if people use it for like, you know, the upgraded bounties, or if they just sell their Terror Essence. And it seems that a lot of people actually sell the Terror Essence and don't use it for those bigger bounties. And here we have Jess Gearton 1158 again talking about the Hellslayer bounties and Terror Essence, and he says, in regards to the Hellslayer bounty comment that was on yesterday's video, people should never be doing Hellslayer bounties, which is the complete opposite take as to what the other person commented in the previous video. The reason being is that every Terror Essence goes for a day's worth of platinum on the market, 300 plus platinum. If you aren't using your Terror Essences to enchant your gear and add powerful PvP bonuses to your skills or gear, for example, Crosswind adds extra Windblade, you should be selling them and converting them into platinum, all right? So this is a completely opposite take from what someone else had stated, where they said you should only be running Hellslayer bounties and utilizing the Terror Essence every day. My argument there was, most of the time when I run Hellslayer bounties, I don't get gear that's usable. Sometimes I don't get any gear whatsoever. So you have two sides of the fence here, and the question is, what side of the fence are you on? Are you someone that will only run Hellslayer bounties? Are you someone that will always sell your Terror Essence to try and get yourself, you know, 3,000 platinum per week, if not more? Or are you right in the middle, and do you do a little bit of both? You guys can let me know in the comment section below, because as you know, I feature your comments in every single video. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow in another Diablo Immortal video.